Hello. So I was halfway through recording this video and I went back and checked the recordings and realized that it was horrible, or at least the microphone quality was horrible. So I'm going to give you a quick recap of what I did. Okay, so let me just show you what happened. So quickly, basically, I removed all the chest monster right here. There was a big chest monster here with all my stuff, and I still have these things on the ground. I'll have to cover these up in a later episode. But I moved them over here, and this is great timing because it's becoming night and I have my bed down here. But I moved them down here, and the reason why I moved them underground is mostly because it's not in the way and it looks, or it doesn't look nice, but it will look nice because this is underground and you won't see it while you're walking around this area. And basically, I have this, or I made this storage system with basically all the things that I have, with the stones and overworld blocks, deep slate, ores, moss, basically everything I have or had in those chests. I might make more chests based on anything I get in the future, any materials. And yeah, basically all my stuff in here, pretty easy. Another portal. Um, and yeah, that's the first part of what I did. Second part is, I don't know if you can notice, but these trees are different. I changed them to have like they're more full. I really didn't like see this one's the same as last time. It's the same as before. But these ones are more filled in and they're made of purely birch, except maybe some moss blocks that I forgot to change. But these three trees up here are changed. Maybe I'll change these ones and these ones over here. These are the same as before, just so I can maybe come back to these old buildings when in the future when I'm super good at building or whatever, and I'll be like, this guy sucks. These buildings are trash. I can like look back and see. But yeah, the basically the biggest thing I did was make this cottage. Maybe I'll have um a flashback recording of me building it and I'll play it right here. So I'm in flashback right now and I'm going to make the time lapse of me building this. And these little guys are popping up in the air and they're swimming or flying or whatever. Just look, they're just there's multiple of them. They'll like disappear. I don't know what the heck this is. What's up with this, dude? Another one. Look at this. They're not swimming anymore, but it's like they're menacingly looking down on me while I'm building this. That's so weird. Okay, let's get to the time lapse. I need to make that real quick. So as you can see, the cabin started out white actually, but I changed it out to be dark brown later. And if you're wondering about why my clouds aren't fancy anymore, it's because I updated to the newer version and it was like really glitchy. I'll put a picture of the clouds when I updated my game. So here they are. They were super weird, and I just decided it was best just to use the vanilla clouds until I could figure out how to fix the fancy clouds. So yeah, there it is. I'll go up to it and check it out, show you it real quick. Basically what I was doing over here in this area was trying to make it look a little nicer. Let me just come around here and show you this. Some boulders, I added maybe some moss on the ground, there's a path going in here. And before I go inside, let me just show you the outside. So it's made of this dark wood and soul sand combo, which I think is very good for a cabin. I wanted a cabin here because from this view, there you had the mountain, you had the trees, but there was something missing in this spot specifically, and I thought, why not have a cabin? So yeah, the outside is basically I have these logs and stuff, little storage for maybe some logs that I have. If I have any wood, I'll put it in here. So let me show you the interior that I did. I'm pretty happy with this. So you walk in, and this is the entrance for the interior. We got Gerald here with his bone. So my thought with this was you'd have your table where you might put your keys or something, and you have a coat hanger up here for your clothes. If it's a rainy day, you hang your stuff up. And this nice carpet coming through. And here is a little reading nook that I have some enchanted books in. And this is basically just a little storage area for some enchanted books. And you can just sit here, maybe read a book and look out the window and feel the sunshine. And basically, this is the staircase going upstairs. And you'll see that in a little bit. But first, I want to show you this sort of, I don't know what to call it, living room, maybe storage room, mix between them. But this is the room that I probably like the most. I like this foliage up here, and maybe somebody's writing something here, paper. And this is basically all the storage. It's super messy. I'm gonna have to take this all out or maybe organize this. But this is basically all the stuff I use to make this cabin. I put plants near windows just because like they need sunlight and it would make the most sense to have plants there. And here is a sort of loft. Is that what you call it? A loft going up with a ladder to the upstairs attic, which is more storage. Nothing in here yet, but here again, I have this plant near the window. Is sort of what I was thinking while trying to figure out this interior and make it look interesting. And if you come down here, we have the kitchen. I think this is pretty nice. I used armor stands for this. Just a mod called, I think it's called Armor Stand Poser or something like that. Trash can, sink, shelves, and this is something I still need to do in this video. This is one thing I haven't done yet, but I was thinking I would have sort of a downstairs area where you go down into here, into like a cellar or something, and this is where I would store all the iron that would come from the iron farm. Discord notification. Yeah, don't know who that is. But yeah, this is the iron farm. Let me show you the back. This is the entrance back here. Yeah, I don't know, the iron farm's in here. And before this video started, it was all dark in here, and mobs would be spawning and falling down. And I think a creeper blew me up once. And yeah, zombie down here, scaring villagers and making iron golems spawn. As you can see, it's it's clogged. It's all clogged up. I'm going to need to unclog this. See, this is the problem I have here, is it's clogging up. I've been turning them into iron blocks, but it's just a lot to handle when I'm doing builds and I come in here and it's super clogged up. But yeah, this is basically what's in here, just the iron farm. There's a ton of space in here. Maybe some other farms in here, but yeah. So basically what I was thinking is this hoppers go through here into the cottage out there. It would come here underground and into the underground cellar, which I still need to make, as I said before. That will be in the next part of this video after I finish showing you what I've already done. So if you come around here, I'll show you what I made. Over here is basically you have this path that comes through. I'm thinking I want this area to be, you come in from here, from there, maybe my main area will be over here. You come in through a boat into this harbor, and there'll be like a forest here. And then you come into the forest, a path goes around, squiggly, squiggly path or whatever, to a bridge here. Bridge goes over. I might terraform this a little bit and have a path winding up here, and that which leads to this path. So you take this path, you get a glimpse of the cottage. I might need to add some more trees. I have a plan of something that's going to go here. And yeah, you come through here, this path. I want to block the view of the cottage now, so you can get like a picturesque view, or whatever you call it, when you come through here. This rock is blocking it, and then boom, you come through, and this tree sort of, and this rock frames this picture that I'm trying to make here. It's coming together. It's not quite done. There's some open spaces here and here that I need to fill in, but it is coming together. I made more of these rocks and some more bushes, and I gotta sleep real quick, then I'll explain some more. I just want to talk about these trees. Partially the reason why I changed these leaves is because, as you can see, these trees are single leaf typed. They only have one leaf type on them, and that's intentional because if you have every tree is if every tree is a mix of different leaf types, because that's like a good technique, you have highlights with maybe azalea, shadows with darker leaf like blocks, then everything would sort of blend in because they're all sort of noisy. But my thought behind this is, if I have every tree or every kind of tree has its own specific leaf type, they won't blend. They'll be like separated. See, the bushes are spruce and this is oak. Then you can tell that's a bush. You can tell this is the tree, like leaves of the tree. But if this bush was oak, if this was oak, then you wouldn't be able to tell. You would just think this tree's leaves are touching the ground and or everywhere, and it would look weird. Which is why I changed these, because they're on these it's sort of a mix and it sort of blends in. Let me just show you. Blends in to the mountain. Even like it blends into the mountain, it blends into this. It just doesn't look very good. It looks kind of weird. And yeah, this area is definitely coming together. It's not even close to being finished. I still need to do it. Everything down here, this is going to be the whole industrial district. And yep. Oh, and the challenge I was doing for this video is basically all of this. Everything I've built in this video is without creative. It's without a schematic or a like creative test how it looks. This is all just freehand. This tree trunk was dark before, but it blended in with the cottage too much, so I had to change it. A lot of back and forth of, does this look good? Go in, change something, come back, look at it. Does this look good now? Yeah, yeah. Then you see. Yeah, this is basically it for this area. What I'm going to do next is come down here and build this. I'll get right to it right now. I'm going to finish this thing, and it's going to look great. It's done. Just down here, little windy staircase. And here it is. I know it's a little dim, but as a wise man once said, keep your brightness down at 30, and your game will look nice. I think that's what he said. But yeah, it's dark down here intentionally because I wanted to go for that underground celery vibe. Celery? Not celery like the plant, but celery like the cellar. Anyways, yeah, here's the entrance. Barrels everywhere, kind of overgrown, sort of what I was going for. Maybe a leakage. I have these sort of candle holders. I don't know what to call them, like candelabras, just to give this place some light because it was spawning mobs before. So I had to obviously get it light in here so you can see. But yeah, big storage, lots of barrels, a little puddle, and maybe like, I don't know if you can see that because it's pretty dark, but here's some like overgrown moss everywhere. Maybe like a leak down here coming through. And yeah, so this is where the iron farm feeds in. This connects up right to under the iron farm, and all the iron comes into here. I've been turning it into iron blocks, and just this whole room is going to be where I store all my iron. But yeah, here's the cellar. It's pretty nice, and again, I didn't use a creative schematic or creative beforehand to plan this out. This is all freehand. I just dug down from here and started digging like a big area, and then added these pillars, and then just sprinkle in some of these barrels and stuff, get some lights in here, and then start texturing. It took me a little while to do, but I think I'm really happy with it, how it turned out. I don't know if you can tell what this is, but like maybe this is like some rat poop or something on the ground, and the person was like, uh, or the person who lives here, it was like, oh, I gotta flip these barrels and find these rats. They found like a nest down here or something and scared them out. I don't know, maybe just this is like some story to adding to the area. Yeah, I don't know, just my thought process while building this thing. So let me tell you a little story. So as the normal Minecrafter does, I was flying with my Elytra, and I decided I had the awesome idea to fly into a cave. And I don't know if you know, but with elytras, there's this thing with elytras that if you hit the ground too hard, you die. And yeah, I died because I went into a cave, I flew down, and apparently I hit the ground too hard, which just goes to show that I'm terrible at flying elytras. And yeah, I died. I came back and all my stuff despawned. I was very sad, but I managed to get some new armor and tools. These aren't fully enchanted. They only have Unbreaking Mending and Silk Touch on some of my tools. But yeah, I now know I cannot be trusted with elytras because I don't know how many times I've died with them, but it's way too many times. And I will not be using elytras anymore. I have a spare in my storage room, a spare elytra, unenchanted, but I will not be using it unless I need to. I don't know when I would ever need to, but uh, yeah, I'm not going to use the elytras anymore. I'm bad at flying elytras. I die all the time with them, and I lose my stuff apparently. And I just want you to meet Stan. He's my new elytra. He'll be taking me around. He is my new transportation, if you could call it that. So before this video ends, I just want to give a huge shout out to Gingermold for mentioning me in one of her latest videos. It's truly an honor to be recognized by such an awesome creator, and I will definitely be linking her channel in the description of this video. So go check her out. Okay, I think that'll do it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. I spent a lot of time building all these things by hand. So a little recap of what we did in this video is we made paths around this area. We built rocks and trees. We built this cabin, obviously, which is probably the biggest thing. And then underneath we have, let me just show you. Underneath we have the cellar, which I'm very happy with. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.